How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Brave review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Guard team from the 1991 Brave Fighter of Sun Fighbird series. Now this is going to be a two-part video. The first part's going to focus on the first three members and their combination into Guardion. The next video will be focused on their fourth member, Guardwing, and their combination into Super Guardian. Now I'm also going to compare the Takara versions, which is what you see right now, with their Sonokong counterparts. And I'm just going to kind of quickly go over that because there are some differences, but not a huge amount, especially with these three figures right here. But the team members that we have here are Guardfire, we have their leader Guardstar, and we have Guard Rescue. And as you can tell by their alt modes, this is a rescue team. And really kind of a unique team as for the fact that this is the first time a support combiner team gets that super mode, which will be featured in the next video. But they also get a powered up mode in their individual robot modes, which I thought was kind of cool and kind of a unique gimmick. So let's take a look at these guys individually now. All right, here is Guardstar, and not too bad of a police car. You have some detail, some molded in detail on the front here, and I think those are supposed to be guns on the side panels and some detail on the back, but really not a lot going on with it. You do have the Fighbird symbols on both sides. You do have the Guard or Guardian emblem right there. It does roll nicely, does have plastic wheels, so you have that. But let's bring in the Sonokong version really quickly. And as far as the stickers are concerned, pretty much exactly the same. Tad bit difference on maybe shade. I don't know if my camera's going to pick that up, but that's not that big of a deal in my opinion. A little bit darker shade in the red on the light bar here, and then the front end of the Sonokong version here, you have a different color blue that doesn't really match up with this blue panel plastic piece right here in the front. Kind of like Fighbird in my review of that, but the Takara version at least matches up a little bit better, so you can kind of see. And then the machine stamps obviously are going to be different. We have the Takara version that says Nagia TV 91, and then the Sonokong version will say Sunrise Takara, made in Korea. All right. His accessory pieces, he comes with two unique guns here. First one looking like that. And you can plug them in onto this backpack, which will then be used for his power-up mode. And then the other gun looks like that. And you can actually plug this in onto his vehicle mode to give him this attack look. And it's okay. To transform him, really simple. First thing you'll do is unpeg the door panels here. That'll release his arms and his legs. Kind of pulling them out like so, and then kind of pushing them forward like that. Take the back section, rotate it down. That'll lock into place. Kind of separate his legs there. Pull out his feet. Take the top section of the car and just kind of bring it down, lock it into place. And then the door panels kind of position at an angle, then just rotate his arms around. His head is housed right here, just kind of pushing down on that. Pops it up and then just rotate it around. And we have him all transformed. And take a look at his head sculpt there. Kind of got the nice police emblem on his forehead. As far as articulation, he's got articulation in the arm at the elbow. I guess if you want that, but that's part of the whole transformation. Nothing at the shoulders to rotate around. Nothing in the waist. The head does move side to side, but again, that was part of the transformation. Does have a knee joint, so you can give him that kind of running pose if you want. But that's it. And that's as far out as his legs will go. So, all right. Let's compare him with the Sonokong version. All right, here is the Sonokong version, and as you can see, the blue carries over from what we saw in the vehicle mode, but it actually matches up with the head there. So you can kind of see that with the Sonokong version and the Takara there. Other than that, though, the stickers are the same. No difference there. So, all right, let's bring in his guns and his little power pack or backpack, whatever you call this thing, but he can hold on to his gun. So you do have that option for one of them. Unfortunately, it's just the one. You don't get a peg on this one. And it doesn't really look that good. I mean, you got the hollowness on the top, so kind of unfortunate. But the backpack here just kind of plugs into the back right there. And then there's a button right here that releases his powered up gimmick, which is a new head, which not too bad. I mean, for what it's worth, as far as a new gimmick that I haven't really seen. Kind of makes his head a little bit bigger, but not bad. You got the nice little kind of police shield or sheriff shield there, but those are stickers. But not sure if this gimmick would have been placed in the Transformers line if, you know, the Generations 1 series continued in Japan, but not bad. Let's bring in the Sonokong version really quickly, and again, really nothing except for, you know, just the shade of coloring, a little bit brighter on the red there in the eyes, and a little bit darker on the blue here. So, all right, let's take a look at Guardfire. All right, here's Guardfire, and as you can tell, he's a fire engine. Not my favorite out of the three, just to be honest with you. I wish Takara would have done a little bit more with him. You do have some nice, you know, molded detail within the plastic wheels there, so it does roll. It does have die cast, makes them a little bit heavier than the rest of them. But I do wish that there was a little more detail on the top here, maybe a sticker or something. And I don't really like this gap. I wish that you know, I always want to think I can collapse them in, but you can't. So, which is unfortunate. All right, let's bring in the Sonokong version. And pretty much in this mode, the only difference is the front windshield there. As you can kind of see, the Takara has a more of a darker blue and kind of matches all the way around, where the Sonokong version has kind of this lighter blue, and as you can kind of see, it doesn't really match up, and this is the sticker that you actually have to apply. So, and these aren't stickers, these are actually painted on, so as you can see, this on the Takara matches up a little bit nicer. So, all right, let's bring in his weapons. So he comes with two weapons here. You got the first gun, got a little bit of, you know, detail there, and the next one, and you can, and then you have the backpack thing here. You can plug it in on the top here and give it his vehicle mode and attack look. Looks a little better than Guardstar, but it's still kind of odd. But all right, to transform them, really simple. What you're gonna do first is just take the back section panel, fold it down, take the bottom back section, rotate it all the way down, it'll become his legs. Take this section, fold it down, flip that up, rotate them around, and you have them all transformed. You kind of take a look at his head sculpt there. As far as articulation, it's all in his arms. They can rotate around 360 degrees, I guess, if you want in and out the shoulder, but that was part of the transformation. Really nothing in the legs. I mean, you can separate them here, but that's, and maybe give them a little bit of, like, movement forward, but that's it. All right, nothing in the head either. I mean, unless you want to count that, which is a little weird. All right, let's compare them with the Sonokong. All right, here's the Sonokong version, and I probably forgot to mention this, but the red here, I don't know if my camera's picking it up, but the Sonokong version is a little bit deeper, darker red. So other than, obviously, we're seeing the front windshield difference again, but other than that, the stickers are the same. The machine stamp is different, and that's located on the back of Guardfire's arms here. So you can see Takara Taiwan on the Takara version, and on the other arm it actually states Nagia TV 91. On the Sonokong version, it will state Sunrise Takara made in Korea, and it will state the exact same thing on the other arm. So, all right, let's bring in his weapons again. So unfortunately, unlike Guardstar, there's no peg that he can actually hold on to his guns. You can, I guess, if you want. There's a combination of the gun here that you can utilize, which I thought was more for their combination mode, but you can kind of do that. And then you can peg it into his hand like so. But then you're not utilizing that powered up mode, which is kind of odd. So it makes no sense that he has these pegs on his fist there. So, all right, put this back on. To attach his backpack, you can see there's a little kind of clip right there. It's going to fit right over this spot. Kind of a tight fit. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to break it, but rotate the guns around. And then just push the little button on the back. And it flips up his new head. You can kind of see his new head sculpt there. And it's not too bad. As far as, it's a little more in proportion, I think, than Guardstar, but bring in the Sonokong version really quickly here. Really no difference between the two. Just probably a, looks like a little bit brighter blue for the eyes. Probably matches more with the chest piece coloring. So that's about it. All right, let's move on to Guard Rescue. All right, here is Guard Rescue, and out of the three, he's my favorite. Probably just because he reminds me so much of Ratchet. But I do like the ambulance look. Unfortunately, wish Takara would have done something with these. These are going to be the feet to Guardion. Wish that they could tuck in, fold in somehow, but oh well. Other than that, not bad. The only other gripe I would have in this mode is the fact that, and it's superficial, is the stickers that you have to apply right here. You have to put on the front end, so you have this curve, and it's kind of a pain to get them, to attach. And then you also have these panels that fold out and bits that fold out, so you have to get them just kind of right. So that's about it. But now he does come with two guns. First one looking like that, and then the other one looks like this. And you can attach them onto his vehicle mode. There's holes on the back there, which I don't know why you give an ambulance an attack mode, but there you go. Let's bring in the Sonokong version really quickly. And again, kind of like what we saw with Guardfire, it's mainly just a front sticker here, which actually is a sticker. You have a kind of a brighter blue, which matches on the side, but the actual sticker that you do apply yourself has that darker color, which actually matches up better on the Takara version. So, all right, and there is a little bit darker red with the light bar here and the feet and stuff. So, okay, to transform them, really simple. You're going to take the back bottom section, rotate it down. That'll become his legs. Rotate his feet around. And then the top back section, you're going to just rotate. And it's on this nice metal joint, which is really cool. Rotate it around. Fold those bits down. It'll become his arms. Kind of rotate the light bars around. Take the top here, flip it back, reveals the head, and we have Fire Rescue all transformed. Kind of take a look at his head sculpt there. Got the nice little medical cross symbol on his forehead. All right, let's bring in the Sonokong. All right, here's the Sonokong version, and as far as the coloring, again, just carries over from what we already saw in their vehicle modes, but the machine stamp, which you have to separate to locate it, for the Takara, or for the Sonokong, excuse me, again, it states Sunrise Takara made in Korea. And the Takara is going to say Nagia 91 Takara Taiwan there. So, all right. Articulation really quickly for this figure. He actually has a lot more than the other two figures. Nothing in the head, unless you want to count that, which is a little weird. But you can rotate his arm around 360 degrees, in and out at the shoulder, elbow joint. The legs, if you do split it down here, and without splitting the top portion, you can, I guess, give him that super kick if you want. And you can actually kind of rotate his legs forward, but just about to there and back. So, all right. Bring in his weapons here. Now, he does have a peg on one of his guns, so he can hold on to that one, which is nice. But most of the time, he has it on the backpack, and you got 2 pegs right there. It's just going to peg in right there, like so. There's a little button, and you have him in his powered up mode. Not too bad looking. All right. Let's bring in the other members so you can kind of see them all next to each other. Guardfire and Guardstar. And for what it's worth, I do kind of like the gimmick, like I've mentioned before. It's different. Again, not sure if Takara would have implemented into the Transformers Generations 1 line if it continued on, but not too bad. All right, let's combine these guys into Guardian. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do to combine them is, for me, I usually get them back in their vehicle modes just because it's a lot easier. But take Fire Rescue here, separate them, and then take the front end, and you're going to rotate it around. That'll be the connector to Guardfire, and then flip out Guard Rescue's foot, becomes the heel spur, and that is done. And now for Guardfire here, pull those panels down and take the top section and rotate it, the arms down like that. Take his head and kind of flip it over and kind of flip it down so it's out of the way. Open up the front end of the truck and open up these tabs right there, those panels right there, and then flip that piece up, take his legs, and then you're going to rotate them all the way around so it looks like that. Closing that up, and then you're going to separate right there, lock it in place. Now you have his arms, as you can see there. So, all right, put that off to the side. Guardstar here. Undo the doors again, and move them forward. And now rotate his arms and the panels down, like so. Kind of getting him in position. All right. Let's lock in his legs first, which just connects right here. And this is where that die cast comes into play, which is really nice as far as keeping him kind of centered, and really is nice for the joints too. But all right, connect that on. So we got his legs, and then the next part is you have 2 holes right there. You got the 2 pegs on the bottom of Guardstar's vehicle mode, kind of fitting his arms, door handles in like so. Lock it into place. Connects on. Take this, move the camera up. Take that part down. This part locks into place. Just kind of push down on it. Moving the light bars out of the way. You can pop up Guardian's head. Rotate it around. Take the back section, just kind of fold it in on itself like that. And you have Guardian all transformed. Kind of take a look at his head sculpt there. As far as articulation, he does have movement in the head, as we saw with, you had to rotate it around for the transformation, but now it's hindered by the back piece. So if you want to give him a kind of looking to the side pose, you have to move the backpack out of the way a little bit. So arm articulation in his elbows, I've got the nice kind of ratchet joints there. Can go in and out the shoulder, but you have to move this piece out of the way. So then you can do that. But nothing actually in the shoulder as far as rotation, which kind of unfortunate, but it's all right. Now, he does have leg articulation, which is kind of uncommon. You can actually move his legs back or forward. You got the nice, ratchet joints there. And you can actually go in and out at the waist, which I thought was pretty cool too. So you can give him that, or you could actually, if you wanted to, kind of move this out of the way. Give him that super kick. Well, that's just pretty cool. It's always the deciding factor for me. Not really, but still. All right, as far as his weapons are concerned, I kind of already went over that with the look at Guardfire, but you take their individual weapons and you're going to actually combine them. So you got one that has a peg. Just plug it in like that. Plug it in on top, and then you have one of his guns. You can do the same thing with Guard Star here. Like so. Unfortunately, you don't combine them into one massive gun, which is unfortunate. So, and there's the one for Guard Rescue. It would have been nice if you could combine them all together, and now you're stuck with this where I guess if you want you could plug it in on the side or do something like that, but oh well. All right, let's take a look at some comparisons. All right, up first is his teammate Thunder Baron, and they match up nicely as far as size and height there. Bring in their leader Fighbird. And Fighbird's a little bit taller, but rightfully so, just for the fact that he is the leader and the main character of the series. Bring in another 3-robot combiner team, Big Volfog from King of Braves Galgaigar. And Guardion is on the, I guess, beefier side. I mean, Godmax is a little bit taller. The only other 3-robot combiner team that can match up to Guardion would probably be Tri-Bomber from Might Gain. Alright, lastly here, he is next to the Sonokong release. And like I've already mentioned prior in the individual comparisons, it's just a shade of like red and blue, which is the main difference. I mean, obviously you have the machine stamp on the individual robots, but everything else is on par with each other as far as the stickers. Again, there's a little bit of shade difference, but the quality of the stickers on the Sonokong could be a little bit better, but that's a common occurrence with releases by Sonokong. But the articulation, the die cast, the quality of the individual figures, they're on par with each other, so I do like that. So it's just a matter of whether you can pick up the Sonokong or the Takara. The big difference will be the next video with the introduction of their 4th member, Guardwing, and because the most common way to pick up these guys is in a 4-pack, whether you're looking at the Takara or Sonokong, that's when you have to kind of wonder which one you want to pick up. And but that'll be the next review. But I do recommend picking up this guy. I do like him. I do like the individual robot power-up gimmick that they have also. So that's it for Guardian. Thanks again for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll talk to you guys later.